Hello, beautifuls. I had 4 different occasions this week where people were asking me the same question. That question being, how do I contact and create a relationship with my spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels? And I figured if I had been asked 4 times in my small realm of the world and experience, that there were probably others out there who were wondering the same thing. And that's what I'm going to talk about a little bit today. The very first step is to acknowledge that each and every one of us have the ability to have a relationship with our guides, spirits, ancestors, whatever term it is that you prefer to use. The only thing that prevents us from having a relationship with them is our belief. They are there whether we believe it or not. But sometimes the conditioning that we've received growing up greatly affects our ability to connect with them. As I've spoke many times before, our subconscious mind filters out our experiences. And many of those beliefs in our subconscious mind, we have paid no attention to. We don't even know they are there unless we've started doing the work of looking at our subconscious beliefs. So when it comes to the idea of guides, many people have been taught that there is no such thing, that you can only believe what you see. And in those aspects, we are automatically limited to what we will experience, to what we can see. There's also the belief of, am I worthy? That is another belief that might inhibit our connection with our guides. I want to share a story, if I can, an illustration of the power of our subconscious mind. So there was a gentleman, he was staying at a farmhouse, and the room he had been given didn't have a light. It was an old building, and the windows had been nailed down. And in the middle of the night, he felt suffocated. He felt like he couldn't breathe and he needed some fresh air. And he made his way in the dark to the window, and he couldn't open the window for the life of him because it had been nailed down. And panicking and struggling for breath, he smashed the glass. Well, he took in a couple of very deep breaths and felt himself calming down, went back to bed, and with the fresh air coming in, he was able to sleep. Well, in the morning when he woke up, he realized that he had not smashed the window glass, but rather he had smashed the glass in a bookcase in that room. Now, that shows us the power of our subconscious mind. If we believe something, then it is real for us in our experience. So the first step in contacting your guides is believing that you're capable, that you're worthy, and that it's possible. And then from there, it's really deepening that belief and fostering a relationship. How many relationships do you have that you have no communication with that person? None, right? Because it can't be a relationship without communication. It doesn't deepen. We cannot grow, and the connection invariably disappears. So one of the ways that we can foster a relationship with our guides is to speak to them. At first, this might be incredibly uncomfortable because our belief is we shouldn't be talking to things we can't see. But you will find if this is something that you want to reach your guides, that a daily practice of communicating with them, simply for 5 minutes at first, maybe even a minute, just to acknowledge they're there or to invite them into your presence. And once you make this a regular habit, some people do it in the morning, some people do it in the evening, and then eventually they'll find that they're doing it in the morning and the evening and at other times during the day. And really it would be just like having a conversation with anybody that you know, sharing your feelings, your fears, your desires. And the more that you do this, your belief in your guides will strengthen, your relationship will deepen and grow, and before you know it, you will be communicating with your guides. However, everybody communicates and has a relationship with their guides that looks different from everyone else's. So a reminder is to not compare your experience to that of somebody you've seen on YouTube or somebody else that you know. Thank you so much for coming by and listening to this perspective. And until we speak again, please be well.